because we are getting back to business here. But before we go, I had a question, but I just realized that there might be no point of asking that question actually. But you're going to see why. Because, see, you're going to see this video about 1 week after I recorded. And so this weekend, there is a USPGA, USGA. Yeah, USGA. And so, there is a question in my mind, but I mean, you already have the answer. Is Rory going to be able to make a Grand Slam? Not just a career Grand Slam, but win all of the majors this year. I mean, that's a big claim, but I mean, he won the first one, so why not? But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of a thought I have, but I guess you already have the answer. So, because if he didn't win, that question is useless. But if he did win, wow, that's going to be insane. Imagine. Yeah, that's good. That could be insane. But the odds that is going to happen is very low. Even though I feel like, I don't know, there is a chance. But I mean, I will see this weekend if Rory can pull off the win at the USGA. We'll see about that. Anyway, so the reason I'm pumped up is because first of all, I am recovered, so I feel great. The fatigue has been removed. With the time that I took a little bit off, not working on business and really taking some step back about the business, the training and so on, I feel much better. Now my mind is clear. I know exactly what I'm going to do, and starting next week you will see I'm going to start creating short form content that are going to be very interesting. At least this is what I want. Make short form content that are going to help me grow as fast as possible this channel and my other social media account. So that's the one thing. Also, I'm really pumped up because I think I found a way for me to eat my wages. It's kind of a Dustin Johnson kind of live swing because I'm hinging my wrist a lot, but then this is kind of my normal downswing move I'm doing, but it seems that I'm very, very, very accurate. So anyway, so yeah, business, everything. Okay, now we are getting back to business. Normally on Tuesday, generally what I'm doing is actually I'm doing gym workout. But I saw with my doctor, or no, not doctor, osteopath or chiropractors. I don't know what you call it in English. But he told me, yeah, maybe the gym just after we see, because I see him on Monday, because this is my recovery day, so it's good to work on my body at this moment, to relax. And he told me that, yeah, doing the gym just one day after, just the day after I see him, might not be a good idea because I'm putting a lot of heavy weight on my shoulder and so on. That's why I'm doing the session today, the practice session, and tomorrow we'll do the gym workout. But yeah, anyway, so for this session we have kind of a few interesting things that are not really more to work on, but oh yeah, this feels awesome. Slight cut, but this feels very awesome. Didn't got it? Didn't got it. Okay. I think that's fine. So this week we are getting back to training. New mesocycle. We have 3 weeks of overload that are coming. First week this week, which is with 114 average for the session. So that's the goal. Then next week 115, which is going to be a little bit challenging, but I think I can pull it off easily. And then we will have the week after, the last week of this mesocycle, 116. So today, I mean, now, because on the previous mesocycle, I kind of, since I felt that I have kind of a lot of room for kind of a lot of margin compared to what my body was able to produce in terms of speed and the actual speed requirement that I had put on myself. I kind of went on to switch a little bit my technique and so on. So I make it a little bit more difficult for me to achieve my goal at the last cycle because I was switching technique. Here, I'm not going to. As I told you during the deload, now I'm done. I'm done. I know exactly what my technique is. I'm not going to change. There is just a few things that I would like to work on, but I don't know why the iPhone doesn't want to connect. I don't know. That's annoying. But other than that, honestly, main technique is done, and I figured out the very last things through impact with the driver. So we're going to work on that as well. So yeah, there isn't a lot of things that I want to talk because the technique is set. So loading to the right side, then kind of trying to set the club as fast as possible. But I saw during the video that I was kind of trying to set it until that point, which is kind of too late to then do the transfer and so on. So here I'm loading, setting the club. So at the takeaway position, my hand are barely moved, but the wrists are almost set. And then I kind of do transition here and do the downswing. If you want more detail, I'm going to go in more detail with the next few balls. But anyway, let's start doing that. Just see the reason why I said I'm really happy about the wedges, because every time, like with my putter, chipping technique, bunker technique, and now wedges, every time what happened is once I figure out the technique, it was like a switch in my head. Well, I realized, okay, that's the technique. That's the technique I need to do for the rest of my life. And so, and until now, I never had this switch with the wedges, and I did. And so, even though that's not the point at the moment to work on technique with iron and so on, that's really what I would want to do, because I still feel a little bit uncomfortable here. And I don't really know why. That's something I need to figure out. Why am I feeling uncomfortable? What are the key elements that I'm not doing right? That not necessarily not doing right, but that are making me feeling weird, let's say. So. Okay, 8 iron feel okay. But, that was a good shot, this one. Yeah, I think with the iron it's much more about feeling the top of the backswing to feel kind of okay. But yeah, the fact that I was kind of loading the club face here was getting too flat, so that's why I want to say to be at the takeaway position, and then kind of doing the transition where I try to go over top here, but trying to keep the club face open. To not just keep, actually opening the club face. Something like that. Anyway, so let's see how the 6th iron goes. Oh yeah, whoa, 210. Yeah, we start again with weird distance. Pushy, pushy. I'm just mesmerized by the distance. Honestly, that's really weird, but I guess. Yeah, I need to kind of get used to the transition. Being from club face is open to kind of then go over the top, whoosh, and compress the wall. That's really annoying that the iPhone doesn't work. Actually it does, it's not connected. Why are you not connected? Oh shit, I forgot to... Back to training and I'm already making mistakes. I forgot to record the screen. Anyway, you get there. So that's let's try something like this. Maybe something else. Yeah, doesn't work. Anyway, moving on to the 5 wood. Let's eat some balls here. And also, since now I'm feeling better, I kind of want to push to about 100 balls. So I'm going to eat like maybe 50 warm-up ball with a driver, then do the speed stick, and after another 50. Let's get those light, those bright ones out. As I told you, they are flying a lot further than the other ones, so I'd rather eat them with the 5 wood than with the driver. Start getting hot out there. Okay, it was fast, but didn't feel that it was going really long this one. And that's not that bad, but could have done better. Yeah. Okay, that's, I believe it's, I'm doing things right until impact, and at impact I'm not turning enough. Or maybe I'm not building enough lag. Maybe. Okay, I think that's it for. I'm going to take my hoodie off in not very long. No, I'm going to take it off right now. I'm burning. Okay, feel much better now. We are in military style today. Driver. Okay, up. No, I need to kind of warm up, so probably won't hit them as far as I. And so, what? So, let's recap the technique with the driver. I'm loading here, then setting the club, activating my right side and left side, and then transitioning into actual lag position, and then bumping both heel forward, moving over the top with the lower body, and here I need to kind of drive my right side through and get my left shoulder back and around as I'm going through, and that's a very powerful move, yeah. But I need to be able to synchronize, to sync everything the right way, so might take a while. Low. That's a 112 on the first swing. Not that bad. But might want to avoid pushing them. Okay, 140 second swing. We're getting closer to 300 yards. Okay, more in line. And this is 115. Already 115. Wow. Yeah, I told you I kind of recovered. And since I haven't done a workout yet, I'm not fatigued, so yeah, I think 114 for 2 this week is going to be okay. We'll see when I start getting tired, but okay, just align a little bit more. So this one was a little bit left, right, but actually it's not. I'm aligned, it was a right, I thought. So now, if we kind of do the thing during the downswing that I explained, Okay, slightly lower. Slightly slower. Okay, so it seems that the top of the backswing is really power lag, building the lag, building more lag, and then smashing it. I like, and I'm not sure, I hope the club face is not too strong at the top, but I feel like the club face is strong. So, and I like that because generally when I feel that the club face is strong, it means that I can actually accelerate very aggressively. I want to try something that's, I know that can seem weird, but hear me out. Just I've been having some, not pain, but discomfort here by actually trying to drive my hips forward. And so, I don't know, I wanted to try to, instead of doing that, externally rotating my right leg and pushing, kind of internally rotated and pushing like that. That way, I don't know. But just some thoughts for food for thoughts. Yeah, fast. Yeah, really, if I have a strong transition, I'm fast. A rider with a very strong face at impact, it's just about kind of rotating through that. Okay, that's insane. That's insane. I'm just worried, as I said, because I feel like my face is extremely strong. So I hope I'm not getting into a closed club face at the top or anything like that. Could be weird, but I mean, maybe after, if that's the case, I will have to kind of get into the same mood as the iron, trying to feel the club face open at the top, but I mean, I'm not trying that hard here. And we are already at above 115. Yeah, this is what I thought. See, the reason why at the moment I'm generating more power but not by focusing. I'm having a face that is so strong that then if I can close the club face on the way down, I just can't swing. So it seems that I might need to kind of open the club face a little, so I can then close it on the way down. Because at the moment I can't. I feel a little better. I feel like I can actually swing the swing that I want to swing, which wasn't the case until now. It's kind of just loading and boom, releasing without thinking that much. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. And I'm not sure the club face is right at the top. So. Of course, by having the club face open, I'm going to miss it right a little if I don't close it aggressively on the way down. Yeah, if I go aggressively on the way through, closing the club face, it's okay. So opening the club face on the way back and closing it on the way through seems to be the way to make the swing work. Oh, 116. And the swing felt good. I mean, we are just at the beginning. I mean, also that's the issue. Not an issue, but I told you at the beginning of the cycle the fatigue is low. Since speed is highly dependent on fatigue, that's kind of normal that I'm faster. But I mean that's not that bad, because then as the fatigue rise, so at the moment I think I could if I wanted push having a session averaging 114 something 116 above 116. I think I have it. Well, so what's going to be interesting is as the fatigue rise, but as I'm getting stronger through this mesocycle as well, I'm going to push mentally to maintain above 116, maintain above 116 at the last week, which then once I do a new deload, I will feel great and I will have overload and probably progress. So we just food for thought here. Yeah, definitely that's really trying to feel the club face open so I can then shut it aggressively on the way through. But, well, I told you, we're eating 100 balls today, so we need to get crazy. We'll get there. Who are those guys? Do I know them? On the golf course over there. I wonder if I know them. We'll see when they're coming close. And maybe they're going to yell at me because one or two balls that went, because the ninth hole is a par 3, and when I miss one right, it kind of lands on the start of the par 3. So maybe there was a start, and if I miss it right, if there is one that I think I think there is one that I did miss right quite a lot. Maybe I'm going to get roasted. that feels so great. That feels so great. Feeling the club face opening at the top and then shutting really aggressively on the way down. Yeah, feel awesome. And now what I want to test is, okay, because I wasn't able to actually do the things I wanted to do on the way through because the club face was too shut. Now that I've fixed that issue, let's see if I can do it again. So re-driving that right side through and pulling that left side out of the way. Let's see if I can actually accelerate the way I want to. Oh yes! I mean, that was kind of so-so, but we got some speed here. This one is definitively on the par 3. I mean, at this time there is nobody around, so I think that was the only people that I saw on the golf course over there. So now we should be fine. So let's try. I need to shut the club face a little more aggressively because otherwise I'm going to miss it right. Yeah, that's really a question of timing. Before I actually do the thing here, I really need to feel that I'm start closing the club face, otherwise I'm going to arrive at a club face that is open, which is not good. I'm checking because they have left the green, they now start walking towards the practice range, because to go to the clubhouse you need to go through the practice range. As long as they don't yell at me, I think I'm fine. Yeah, that makes it difficult to time. But what is interesting is I'm not missing left when I'm doing that. So also that's something that can be helpful, knowing when you miss left or not. And here I'm not. So that's interesting. Little fade. I mean, I'm almost 116 here. I'm not trying that hard. What is Tracy take? Okay, not pro yet. On precision. I'm not really working on precision, so that's okay. Okay, so I just want to see if I go after one, how fast can I go? My guess, 118. Let's see. Didn't feel great. Yeah, it felt weird. I need to kind of build a little more line here. Okay, I'm not going that hard after it. I would say 70–80%. Yeah, if I really want to, that will look something like that more. Okay, 17.7. About where I thought it would be. I mean, that's a lot more effort for not a lot more result, a lot better result. Okay, 25. We have 25 more to go. 25 more to go. Ah, there is one that I know there. For them, I know for sure. And then, if I have missed the ball towards them, they are going to yell at me for sure. This one is on the par 3 for sure. I mean, I'm not trying. And I think that's probably because it's the beginning of the motorcycle. Like, even if I try, it's like my body's kind of... Because, see, as long as I didn't go to the gym, I didn't really reactivate those fibers that I've kind of went to sleep during the deload. So I guess here it's like, yeah, this is an easy 116. Oh no. No, I keep the club face open at the top. I open the club face at the top, but I'm not closing it on the way down, so dog shit on this one. Did I start losing focus here? Going to be difficult for me to, I don't know, I'm thinking, I didn't know how to look at the camera, but maybe I need just to stay focused on something that will keep me going through the warm-up. Because hitting all those balls without something to focus on is difficult. Okay, 115. And here, yeah, I really need to close the club face on the way down. Like, really important, really. I mean, I'm not missing that many balls here. In terms of accuracy, even though Tracy didn't say that I am accurate. And Tracy? 73, I don't know, it's kind of hidden but so far I'm not that, of course I have some misses at some point. It's not that bad, it's not that bad. Felt fast, okay, not that fast. The one I like is the ball speed is kind of, yeah, somewhere 173, 170. So, loading to the right side. Kind of setting the club and getting vertical. Okay, like that. Little left. I need to try to focus on transition to build more lag here. Probably going to miss right if I don't do it well. Oh no, okay. Okay, so it's 370 more to go. And I think kind of doing the speed stick also is going to wake up my body. But what's interesting, I tell you, it's like my body is kind of sleepy here. So what's insane, I'm able to kind of cruise 115, somewhere around 115. What is the average? Yeah, 115.2. While having my body that is quite asleep. Also, let's not forget something. I need to rebuild the volume because of this thing with business and so on. I've kind of dropped the volume. That wasn't really my goal. I didn't want to do it, but I had to do it. So now I need to kind of rebuild that volume and get used to, because I mean, before I started dropping the volume 34 ball, I was not even thinking about it. What I don't really like here, the ground force is not that good. Let's just focus on ground force for a moment. Try to push harder into the ground. Nah. Yeah, was weird. Okay, we're getting slower. It just, the swing feels weird. Just what I want to say. I don't know if that's normal or not, but the swing feels weird. I believe we got a 178.5 at the best ball speed. That's not 180 yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's focus on the power move here. Okay. Sequence was bad, but was fast. Maybe I'm going too much from the inside here. Let's start more online. But yeah, much better. I think this is because, okay, that's slow, but anyway, because since the beginning I was kind of trying to feel being more from the inside, more from the inside. At some point probably I'm start doing some weird things. So let's just think about, okay, moving online, not outside, not inside, just online. Much better. And then try to do something with that. Yeah, much better when I start the club online. And the view is absolutely magnificent. There's a little fog around the... And that's also something nice, you see, because until now I was kind of eating during the night, and by the way, nighttime session are over because, well, this is the same time, it's between, I think, 9 p.m, maybe already close to 10, I don't know. It's completely sunny out there. So yeah, nighttime session are definitively over, and we are going to have sunny days. So the issue that I had during winter of not having enough light, it's not an issue anymore. So yeah, I didn't do it well here. I went over the top, but completely over the top. The lower body followed over the top as well. Because the idea of going over the top with the upper body works only if the lower body kind of shift forward. So the shift forward is going to bring the club from the inside, and so with the upper body you cannot compensate over the top. But here, kind of done. And so an over the top motion with the hips doesn't help. Okay, 7 more to go, 7 more to go. Gonna get there, gonna get there. Okay, because of it, I mean, the reason why I started wanting to go to the inside is because my hand, when I start being aligned, it's kind of, they are getting outside, pushed outside. So I need to start on line, yes, but trying to keep my hand as close to my body as possible as I do, because otherwise I'm going to into weird position. So I'm thinking about something is yeah, as I'm getting fatigued and thinking less and less about the technique, the bad habit come back. And so here, and so that's why at some point when I'm in the momentum and so on, I'm doing the technique right, and so I'm hammering them dead straight, dead straight, dead straight. And when I start doing some funky stuff, it's just that I'm focusing less on the technique, and then bad habits start coming. That's good. It's just that I start working on deep things here, because working on the technique constantly is the first step. But then, as you start focusing less on it, old habits start coming back, and so that's when the real work starts. So I believe that's kind of where I'm at here at the moment. Yeah, for instance, this one. Much better. I'm getting slower. Fatigue start rising. Yeah, I've lost the work capacity here. That's pretty much just that. The work capacity. Getting tired. Anyway. Yeah, I had to give a little more into this one. I mean, I didn't gain more. It's just that I started using the ground a little more from the beginning. Going more aggressively to the right side, then the left. Swings through. Last one. Let's go. So. Oh yeah, this one felt good. And that's a good speed as well. Go, let's go. Moving on to the speed stake. Okay, so here that's going to be interesting because since I've kind of fixed my technique, I've not really worked the speed stick out, and so I don't really know how that's going to affect.